Hey guys, Nabil from Topaz, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video and Merry Christmas to you all. And as you can see, we're very festive here. I've got my hat, which I refuse to wear because it leaves fluff in my hair and it takes absolute ages to get out. So I'm putting that aside for now and I'm leaving you with the tree. So I wanted to just have a catch up with you all to say, first of all, Merry Christmas. Hopefully that you're enjoying this break. I know this year has been a horrible one for a lot of people. And I know that you're unable to see your family, especially, I mean, where we are in the UK, we have restrictions and, you know, it's not a usual festive period, but we're trying to make the best out of it. And I think that's the most important thing. And we always got to remember that next year we have our fingers crossed that it's going to be a different year and it's going to go back to what we call normal. So that's the first thing I wanted to say to you all. So second thing I wanted to say is that because it's you know, we're feeling very festive here, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity of winning our car care products. I'm going to be giving away 5 sets of our car care products to 5 lucky people who are following us on YouTube and our other social media channels. So wait till the end of the video and I'll tell you exactly how to enter that competition, that prize draw. Now, one thing that I get asked a lot about is business in general, and that comes from friends, comes from family, and also comes from you, the viewers. A lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people on our social media channels. And I always get asked a very similar amount of questions. You know, how easy is it to start up a business? Is it difficult? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And I think from my perspective, and I wanted to touch on this base, and I apologize for people who want to just watch detailing videos. You skip over to the next video, but it's important for me to give you my opinion on what I feel is necessary right now in this day and age. And I think it's important that people don't give up on their hopes and dreams, especially with this COVID period. And a lot of business owners that I know have suffered substantially from it. And it's a very horrible thing to go through. Luckily for us, the sector that we're in, it's a niche market. And people who have these kind of cars still have them and still want to spend money on them. So we are still in operation and manufacturers are still producing cars, which is great for the industry. But for those of you that are thinking about taking the plunge of setting up your own business, there's a couple of things that I would give you advice on to really make sure that you have it set up. And this is from experience. I'm not saying this is the right way. Please don't. I want to be 100% accurate with that. It's just the way that has worked for me, rather than it being this is what you should do. And the first thing for me is finding your market and understanding what it is you're trying to do. Because if you don't understand what it is you're trying to do, you will obviously not have a good start. You'll always be thinking, do I need to go there? Should I? And then you won't have a clear indication and we won't have a clear drive to go to that position. Now, that doesn't say that it's not going to change. I mean, when we started our business, we started off with corporate valeting. It was actually a valeting company. That's what we started doing initially. And in central London, you have Foxtons, which is an estate agent. And we thought, let's go and clean their cars. And that was the initial conception of the idea of giving a service of cleaning. And then from that, then it went to saying, okay, well, if someone wants to detail their cars, they can't detail it anywhere, the quality of work isn't what we want it to be, etc., etc. And it just started growing from there. But we had a direction that we wanted to go into the car industry, wanted to go to the car cleaning industry, and we just have to look at what branches off from that. So that's the first thing I would say, have that. Second of all, have your business plan put together. And this is something that I didn't do because I was learning and I didn't have anyone to give me the advice. But we started off with £15,000 from money that we saved from our work. And it was a very difficult starting point because starting with that might seem like it's a lot of money to some people, but in the business side of things, if you've got £15,000 to spend, it can be spent very quickly. And I'll tell you how I spent it, and some of it was a mistake. I bought a van for I think it was the £11,000, and then I spent £4,000 on a jet wash. and then £1,000 on materials. And that was totally the incorrect way about going around the whole thing. Whereas, it's although it did work, but it took a lot of graft and a lot of sacrifice of me not getting paid and Mazen not getting paid for many years before we were able to even start to invest back into the business. So, it was something that I always advise people, just make sure you have your financial plan and know how many cars you need to do or how many units you need to sell or whatever it may be, that you can make sure that you have a sort of a brief idea of basically what you need to do in order to be able to break even and go forward. So a good business plan is always something that's important. So the third thing as well is to go out there and do it. Honestly, a lot of people talk about what their ambition is, talk about how badly they want something. They talk about how, it would change their life if they had this or they had that. Honestly, there is nothing more satisfying than going out there and doing it. And yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, there are a lot of things that will be thrown at you from people, relatives saying to you, that's not going to work. It's not going to be possible. You don't know what you're doing. There's going to be a lot of doubters, a lot of haters as well. But that's fine. You have to understand that's okay. It's fine to have that. As long as you've had your first two stages in check, as long as you've got those sorted out, then you can go out there and start doing it. And as long as your exposure isn't too high. My exposure at that time was £15,000, which is obviously a large amount of money, and it was all my savings, which was, it took me a while to get that. So it was a huge risk from our perspective to do that, but we did not go, do you know what, we did not stop. And that leads me on to my last point. When you have an idea, you've done your business plan, you're going to go out and do it, don't fail on your principles. Don't fail on you being able to go, do you know what, I can't be asked to go into work today. I don't want to go into work today. It's fine, it's okay. It can be done in a few more hours. It can be done. Your business ethic, your principle needs to be of that person who is hungry, who is sort of fighting to breathe every single day. And that's the way that I look at business. And whichever business we do, whether it's Topaz Detailing, whether it's our property business, whatever business we go into, we get involved with, I have the same ethos, and that's go out there and get it. Be hungry for it. And if you're not, then don't do it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Because if you're going to do it half-assed, or if you're going to do it not to its full potential, then you're either going to be kicking yourself thinking, oh, I wanted to do that first, but it didn't work, but I didn't really give it my full, or it's just going to be okay for the first year. It's going to get traction, and then you're complacent and think, oh, it's okay, it's going well. I've got my first staff, my first employee, I let them deal with everything, and it goes flat on its face. That's something that you just have to make sure you keep an eye on. And yeah, that's to be honest, those are, as a brief, what has worked for me and things that have helped me, and I wish I knew those in those structured way back then, but it's taken me 11 years to understand it in different ways. And this just works from our perspective in terms of a service industry. And again, part of all of that, and what I mean by principles, going back to the last point, is that I've always said, I mean, this is one of the slogans I've got in my brain, and I've always put it in there to be one of my principles, is treat people how you want to be treated yourself. And if you have that moral, if you have that principle, then you are going to be okay, especially if it's a high standard met, if you're reaching the heights of whatever industry you're in. And that's, for us, we're a service-based industry, so service, customer journey is very important, quality of work is very important. But even if you're selling items, if you're buying something, you're selling it for something else, it's not just about the item, it's about the customer journey, it's about how you package everything. It's very, very important. So hopefully this was a short video, just again, away from detailing, but more towards business. If you've enjoyed this video, ask me more questions and have some more requests down below in the comments, and I'll be able to give you some more insight on what I've been doing for the last 11 years and how we've grown this business from being just myself and my business partner Mazen to now being in 6 or 7 different countries on the horizon, with over 200 people working for the brand. So it's a very cool 11 years of experience I've learned, a lot of grey hairs, But it's definitely worth it once you see what you've achieved and the experiences you've learnt through this 11 years, or the period that you go through your journey. It's very rewarding. I also forgot to mention to let you guys know how you can be entered to win this stuff. Now, we have had a car care range with the leather case that sold out so quickly. It sold out within the first day. So I don't even have one here to show you, but the products that we're going to be sending out are going to be our full kit of 6 products, also alongside all the microfibers that we also have. So things like the drying towel, the polishing towel, the window towel, the general purpose towel, all these kind of things we're going to put into one sort of hamper, and we're going to be sending it out to 5 people. So to enter, you need to be subscribed to this channel. You need to comment down below on what car you would use these products on. Very important. I like to know that information. And then number 3, you also subscribe to our Instagram page. So those are 3 things for the criteria. And once we're going to obviously randomly select someone from the comments down below, and we'll let you know who the winner is soon. So anyway, so that's my Christmas gift to you guys. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll catch you on the Sunday video. And until then, I'll catch you later. Take care.